So hi everyone, this is Drastic Ed from the Achievement Squad, coming at you with a 100% walkthrough for the indie title Before I Forget. So this is a full walkthrough for the game, so there's a spoiler warning in effect from this point onwards. It takes you roughly about kind of 30 to 40 minutes to beat the game. Throughout the game there's a series of collectibles that you're going to need to find, so these things like cards, letters and photographs. Now, one thing I recommend that before you go into your control section and you want to increase your sensitivity to kind of about halfway. When I first booted into the game, the sensitivity was a little bit slow, but just a heads up. Anyway, so let's get the show on the road. So we start off on the porch, and the first thing we want to do is we want to look in front of us, and you're going to see these glasses, and you want to press A to pick them up, and then press A again to put them on. Once you've done that, look to your left, and you want to open up the door just here. And you want to enter the corridor. Okay, as you come in, you want to take a right, and you'll keep making your way down the corridor, and you want to enter the first room on the right. And as you come in, look to your right, and you'll see a desk. On the desk, you want to look at the photograph, and this is your first photograph collectible of the game. If you pause the game, it will show you how many of the photographs you've actually found.
That was before we met. I look so young.
Okay, from here, you want to turn around, and you want to exit. And we want to go into the door on the right that opens up automatically. And as you come in, we're going to need to look at some things in the bedroom. So we want to start off by looking at this concert leaflet at the end of the bed table. And once you've done that, you want to look to your right, and you're going to see a photograph on the sideboard. Pick that one up. Now with this part, you want to turn around and look to your left and look towards the window, and then on the table by the window you're going to find a note that you're going to need to read. Now this one counts as a collectible, but it doesn't actually register in what the achievements say for a collectible. Anyway, once you've done that, you want to turn around and you want to make your way out of the room. And what's going to happen is the door behind you is going to close. You want to turn around and you want to re-enter that door. Walk forward, and then you're going to be in the closet. You want to back out, and you want to make your way around to any door in this corridor, and you want to keep on rinsing and repeating this. So keep entering the room. You will always enter back into the cupboard, and you want to rinse and repeat this until you wake up in bed.
Oh no, Harisuni, which door is it? Quick, oh please. It's too late. I couldn't remember. Dylan, he's not there.
Okay, once you're in bed and you're in control, look to your left and you will turn off the alarm, and that's going to cause the character to get out of bed. Once you've done that, we're going to make our way around, and we want to go into the closet just on the left hand side here. And as you come in, you want to sit down, and we're going to get our first set of letters and card. So along the wall you're going to find these letters. There's 3 in total. You'll want to click on each one, and then you're going to press Y to read them. Just to the left of that first letter that you've just read, you will see a postcard that says Aloha on it from Hawaii. Spin that around, and you want to give that one a read also. Once you've done that, you want to look to your right, and you're going to find your next letter opportunity on the wall. Once you've done that, you want to look upwards, and you're going to find your next letter just here. Once you've done that, you want to look to your left, and you want to click the stand up option.
I'm glad he's back now.
Once you stood up, turn around and look back at the cushion, but just open the drawer on the right above the cushion, and you'll find some sheet music inside. This is also one of the collectibles that you need to get. Once you've done this, you want to exit out of the bedroom and into the corridor. As you enter the corridor, you want to turn right, and you want to take a right straight away again and go into this room just here. Make your way across to the bookshelf at the back, and there's going to be a bit of a voicemail cutscene that's going to play out quickly.
It's Maria from the care agency. I've been ringing all morning. Please pick up the phone. Sunita? I will be there soon. Remember, I have a key, so I'll let myself in.
Once that's over, you want to look to the bottom of the bookcase and you're going to find a postcard in a box. You want to give this one a quick read.
Must give them a ring. I haven't spoken to them in
And once you've done that,
ages.
you want to turn around and you want to look at the chair by the window and you want to sit, and this is your first musical interlude. So for a musical interlude, just sit here for a few seconds until the music starts playing and then press A to get up again. Okay, so now we need to read our emails. So click on the computer monitor and you want to just click through all 4 emails in the computer. Once that's done, you want to click on log out.
What does class mean? Disaster.
Once you're done with that, you want to open the desk drawer on the left, and inside you're going to find your next letter for you to read.
But I could never say anything. What condition? I'm fine.
Once that's done, you want to make your way to the other side of the bed and you want to click on the star map, and that's going to initiate a bit of a cutscene.
Okay, you show me then, clever clogs.
That's no fun, Dylan. You have to find it yourself.
As you wish, Professor.
Not yet, I'm not.
Bah, it's just a matter of time. So, guide me to this star.
It's not a star, but alright. First, find Pegasus towards the bottom of the map.
Okay, so we're going to need to find Pegasus, and to find Pegasus we need to go down and to the left, so diagonally down to the left, and eventually you'll see this purple marking appear on the screen. Follow that and that's going to show you where Pegasus is. There's going to be a little bit of dialogue around Pegasus, but then we're going to need to find 4 other stars just to the left. So once the little chat's over, you'll see this purple star just to your left. Move the camera to the left and that will collect it for you. Keep going to the left for your next one once you've got this one. And then once you have this one, you want to make your way up. And then go to the right once you've got that one. And that's all 4 stars for this piece. There'll be a little bit more dialogue now.
That's it.
Hey, I'm getting good at this.
Now count 2 stars up and follow along to the right. From there to Andromeda.
You'll need to now find Andromeda, and to find Andromeda just go straight up and you can't really miss it. But I managed to somehow, anyway. Once you've done that, that's going to complete this kind of first section and you'll bag yourself an achievement for finding all the stars.
The Andromeda Galaxy. It's 2.65 million light years away. And you can actually see it with the naked eye on a clear night.
Imagine that. Wow, you must show me properly. Sonny, do you think there could be another you and me in Andromeda looking back at us?
Maybe. You know, my Leela auntie used to tell me the stories of the gods and the stars, but I can't really remember them now.
Now that this is over, you want to turn around and you want to exit out of the room.
What was I doing? Oh yes, Dylan.
And as you come out of the room, you want to take a right, and then you want to turn left immediately into the bathroom.
He's taking a bath.
And this is going to trigger a small cutscene. Once you realise he's not in the bathroom, exit back out to the corridor.
Where are you?
So, Sonny to the cosmologist, how about a coffee? There's a cafe over there.
Well, if that's the way the umbrella's going, maybe I should. A cup of tea would be nice.
Once that's over, you want to make your way to the very end. You'll see this black hole open up along the way. It's not going to do anything to you, don't worry. Make your way to the end corridor and you want to open up, and we're going to go into the kitchen. Now I have to read the note here for some reason for this achievement to work for me. So read the fridge note to say buy
You
peaches.
always need more
Then you want to
peaches.
open the cupboard at the top, both doors, and you're going to find a tin can. Look at the tin can and go bag yourself the achievement for finding the peaches. Once you've done this, we're now going to get some more collectibles. So turn around and we're going to make our way into the dining room. Immediately on your right, you're going to find your next photograph.
That door was
Once you're done with the photograph, you want to turn around and you want to look to the end, and you're going to open up this drawer, just very much here, and you want to read the birthday card that's inside.
You always spoil me on my
And on the set of drawers to the right, you're going to find your next photograph, which you're going to need to pick up. And then just to the right of that, on this kind of bookshelf just here, on the bottom, you're going to see a box called Mementos. You want to look in here, you're going to find a card. And just next to that card, you're going to find a sheet of music just above the plane ticket. And once you have that sheet of music, you want to turn around and we're going to go look at the telescope that is just over here. And once you've picked that up, you want to rotate that so that you look down the pipe, and it's going to trigger a small cutscene.
A clear sky. Perfect.
Show me one with a story, Leela auntie.
All right. Let's start with an easy one. This is Taurus, the bull. Look to the east. Can you find the star at the tip of one of the horns?
Okay, so we're going to start off by moving our camera to the right, or the telescope to the right now, because we're going to go hunting for some stars. So keep moving it to the right and you're going to see this kind of golden glow. Move your telescope up and you're going to light up 2 stars.
I think those are the horns.
Look down to find the star.
And then just down from the 2 stars, you're going to find your next one, and it's going to trigger a cutscene.
That's Svaha. She was desperately in love with Agni, the god of fire. But his love was focused elsewhere.
That's sad. But I suppose at least she's a beautiful star now.
True.
Show me another, auntie.
Let's see. This time, I will show you a constellation in the west. It has 3 stars close together. Can you see it?
No, I can't. There are too many.
Don't give up so easily, Suni. This star's light has traveled so very long, just so you could see it. Would you want its journey to be wasted?
How long?
Thousands and thousands of years.
Fine, I'll look again.
Look for the brightest star over to the
Okay,
west.
you're now back in control of the telescope, and we want to make our way to the left, or west in this case. And you want to keep moving across, and then eventually you want to go up slightly, and you're going to find the next
I
star.
see it.
Now, head
And you're going to get prompted to
straight
go
up,
up,
and there will
so
be 3
move the telescope
stars
up,
in a
and you're going to
row.
find the 3 stars in a row above.
I see it. I see it. What is it called, auntie?
Prajapati. One day, Prajapati was chasing one of his daughters. The gods saw and wanted to punish him. They called on Rudra, the god of storms and thunder, and asked him to punish Prajapati. He shot an arrow, which flew fine and true, and pierced Prajapati's waist. Those 3 stars you see are Rudra's arrow.
Whoa, how do you know these stories?
When I was your age, Baba took me out to show me how everything that seems to matter doesn't really matter. The stars show us how small we are.
Okay, so now you get yourself an achievement for clearing out that stargazing sequence, and we're going to go get our next
Where did
music
she go?
interlude, and we want to click on the chessboard in this room just here, and just wait a few seconds for the
It's
music to
still in
start
smooth.
playing. Once you've done that, you want to get up by pressing
He's
A.
always one step ahead. Ugh, is it time for dinner?
Okay, so now we want to exit the room, and now I go into the room on the right,
He's in the kitchen.
because one of the sheet musics seem to kind of count and not count, but just open up this door here and go back into the closet from earlier, and just check the sheet music once again in the drawer just here. For some reason for me, it didn't count when I picked it up a second time earlier. Exit the room, and we want to keep making our way down this corridor, and when we reach the end, we're going to go into the kitchen again. Now this time around, as you come into the kitchen, we want to go click on the kettle for our next musical interlude, and that is the last musical interlude of the game.
I thought perhaps, now the tour is over, we could start trying.
Okay, now that's over, we want to use the radio that is just to the right of the kettle, and we're going to tune into channel 106. So click on the radio once you can, and you want to move that all the way across to the right, and eventually you'll find channel 106, and that's going to teleport you into a different timeline. Now that we're in the different timeline, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we can collect here. So just at the back on the wall by the telescope, you're going to find a card saying congratulations on your new home. Give that one a quick read. Now to the right of your telescope, you're going to find your next card next to your trophy. Give that a quick read also.
So many good
And just to the
friends.
right of the door, which you don't want to go through just yet, but on the chair, you're going to find the next card. You want to give this one a read also. And then to your right, there's two more cards on top of the fireplace. Now, if you've been following along and everything's collected correctly, you should get the achievement for collecting all of the cards, reading all of the letters, and getting all of the emails
Wish
as
they
well.
could have been here.
Now we'll want to exit this area, so make your way out of the room, and we want to just watch this little cutscene unfold.
Sonny, come look at this.
Where would you go if you could go back in time?
If it was possible, I'd stay just here and now. You smiled then, like you knew something. A marvelous secret.
Okay, so you're now back in the dining room, and you want to click on the dinner plate that is on the table just in front of you, and that's going to trigger a small cutscene.
I'll set a place for Dylan. He'll be here soon. It's getting
Okay, and once
late.
that's over, you want to make your way into the kitchen, and on the floor you're going to find a teacup that you'll want to look into to trigger another cutscene for another stargazing sequence.
I want to know all the stars, Leela Auntie.
We should be heading home now.
No, Auntie, just one more, please.
The 7 rishis.
I know, like life in the Mahabharata.
Precisely, Sunni. The rishis were the 7 sages who made the sun rise and warm us with its light.
What else did they do?
Well, first, the rishi married Kritika, the 7 sisters, and they all lived happily in the north sky. Come on, so look north.
I'm looking.
Okay, once you're in control of the telescope again, you want to make your way all the way up until you're going to find 4 glowing stars at the top. And you want to highlight all of these, and that's going to trigger the next bit of dialogue.
Oh, I see it. And 3 going up.
Once that's over, you want to look at the 3 stars on the left, and that's going to form
7.
the Big Dipper.
What happened to them?
One day, the rishis prepared an offering to Agni, and he emerged from the flames. He instantly fell in love with the sisters.
But he couldn't be with them because they're married.
Exactly.
So what did he do?
He was tormented by his love for the Kritika and took to wandering. One day in the forest, he met Svaha, who loved him, although he didn't know it. She disguised herself as 6 of the 7 sisters.
Did it work? Did he love her forever?
Sadly, no. The rishi thought their wives had been unfaithful and left them.
Nobody was happy.
Not every story can have a happy ending, Sunni. Not even for the gods.
Okay, we're now back in the closet from earlier, and I opened the drawer and I checked the sheet music again, just to be safe with this one, for some reason. So pick up the sheet music in this cupboard by opening the drawer. You want to turn around, and we actually want to exit the room, and you want to head to the right,
Where are you doing?
and we're going to make our way to the end until we find the radio, and you want to click on the
I
radio.
need to know.
Now for this section, you're pretty much just walking through a corridor. You want to keep following the red lights the whole way through. Just literally keep walking. It's going to take a few minutes for you to get through this area, but follow the red lights, and it takes a little while, but I'll reconnect with you in a second.
Sunita, it's Maria from the care agency. I've been ringing all morning.
I thought perhaps now the tour is over, we could start trying.
Sunita,
Let's
Give up
wait.
so easily.
I will be there soon.
Just until my
Remember,
research is
I had
done.
a
Where would
kid,
you go?
Traveled
so I
so
left
very long, just so you could see it.
Sonny, do you think that could be another you and me in
You
Andromeda?
smiled
Looking
then,
back at us.
like you knew something. A marvelous secret.
Sonny!
I want to know all the stars, Leela Hunty.
Where would you go?
Have a
Just
kid,
until my
so
research
I
is
left
finalized.
selfies.
I want to know all the stars.
Sonny!
Your age.
Sonny, come look at
This
this!
me out light has traveled so very long, just so you could see
Start
it.
trying.
I will be there
Let's
soon.
wait.
Where would you go?
Have a
Just
kid,
until my
so I
research is
left
finalized.
selfies.
I want to know all the stars.
Your age.
Sonny, come look at
This
this!
me out light has traveled so very long, just so you could see it.
Start trying.
I will be there
Let's
soon.
wait.
Where would you go?
Have a
Just
kid,
until my
so I
research is
left
finalized.
selfies.
And once you've made it to the end of this section, you'll be able to open the door and go into the music room. There's going to be a little bit more dialogue.
You just decided.
I don't want to talk about this. Not when you're like this.
Why did we always come second?
You didn't. You were pressuring me.
We always said though.
Well, things changed.
Exactly. You changed, but you never told me.
Once that's done, you want to click on the record player just here, and that's going to cause lots of stuff to actually load into the room. And you want to make your way over to the piano, and then on the piano you're going to find a card. And you want to read this one. This is not related to collectibles, this is related to the story.
I I must be reading this wrong.
Once you've done that, look up to the top of the piano. You want to read the 2 pieces of sheet music that are directly in front of you. Once you've done that, you want to look to your right, and there's going to be a newspaper article on the table just over here. You want to give this one a read, and that's your last photo in the game. You should also get your sheet music achievement at the same time, and this is going to cue a little bit more dialogue.
No, you can't be. I can still hear you playing. How did it happen? Why did you leave?
Wasn't your career that would get put on hold?
I stopped touring. What did you want me to do?
I don't know, Dylan, but what I do counts.
What's that supposed to mean?
I didn't mean that. Dylan, wait!
You always wanted us to slow down and start a family. I was happy to be just us and our careers. But I kept forgetting things.
Once it's over, you want to open the garden door, and you want to walk out, and there's going to be another little quick cutscene. Okay, and then from here you want to look to your right, and you're going to make your way into the garden.
I got confused. I forgot myself.
And as you come into the garden, you want to look between the trees, and you're going to walk straight forward. Ahead of you, you're going to see a guy with the umbrella at the end. Make your way over to him to trigger the final cutscene of the
I
game.
don't want to be alone and confused anymore, Dylan. We can be together now. Now, I remember.
And once you reach the end of the credits, your final achievement will pop for beating this game. I've been Drastic Ed from the Achievement Squad. If you find this guide useful, drop us a like, comment and subscribe, and happy hunting.